Yeah, hi, I'm Bigdaz, and I'm going to show you my chili recipe. Now, everyone makes a good chili, your mum does, your grandma does, etc. The thing that I like about chili is you can make a really good meal without having meat in it. You can make the recipe with just beans, and you really don't miss the meat. Hey, and I'm not dead against meat. I like a massive T-bone like anyone else, but it's good now and then just to forgo the meat and have a nice, healthy, protein-rich meal, which you can do with beans. So what we have here, we've got 2 tins of beans, mixed beans, a tin of tomatoes. We're going to use about a teaspoon of beef stock, a dash of Tabasco sauce, as much or as little as you want, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, about a teaspoon of vinegar. We've got about a tablespoon of brown sugar. We've got pepper. We have salt, 3 cloves of garlic, and a bunch of green onions. So the first step that we're going to do is we're going to fry up the garlic just so it's a little bit brown. And so I'll see you over at the stove. Alright, so I've got a pan here with about a tablespoon of oil heating on the stove. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to add some garlic. Now it's 3 cloves of garlic, we just added in. And we're just going to lightly brown that garlic. Right? Now you don't want to brown it too much, because if you brown it too much it tends to go bitter. Now so all you do is stir it around a bit like that. Now I'll tell you one thing, I may be standing here cooking, and as you can see I'm wearing an apron. But it's a very manly apron. As you can see, it's got motorbikes on it. So, Grandma, thank you very much for making this apron. Alright? So we've browned the garlic here, and now we're going to add the other ingredients. Alright, so now that the garlic has been browned, it's a matter of just working your way through and adding the ingredients. So, we've got a mixed can of beans. We're going to put 1 tin there. We've got another tin to go, so a total of two cans of mixed beans. Now I'll tell you what, if you like different flavoured beans, if you like kidney beans better than chickpeas or whatever it may be, you just add whatever you want, right? You're going to add a tin of tomatoes, alright? So now these are crushed tomatoes, which hey, it saves on the work, you don't have to chop the bloody things up, right? Now, a little bit of beef stock, or you could use chicken stock, but what I find is if you add about, I don't know, half a teaspoon of beef stock or chicken stock, it just kind of, it gives it a fuller flavour. So if you add that, you really notice the difference, right? Now you have your Tabasco sauce. Now when we get to the Tabasco sauce and the chili, you can add as much or as little as you want. And me, I just add a little. Alright, so, but I tell you what, if I was just feeding myself, I'd add a lot more than that. Now I've got dried chili flakes. Add a few of those babies in. Oh, probably about half a teaspoon. Now I've forgotten to get something out of the fridge, so let me just run to the fridge and get these, because these things are great. I'll be back in 2 secs. Now, I'm running to the fridge. These things are sensational, and I love to have them in my chili. Right? There we go. Make sure I got the English side and not the French, because I don't know what the French says. Banana pepper rings, right? They really add a lot of flavour to it. So, I don't know, add a few of those babies. Not too many, especially if you're feeding the kids. But if, you know, you just, like I said, it's up to you how hot you like it. Alright? Now, a dash of vinegar. I've got apple cider vinegar here, so, I don't know, about a teaspoon of that. Brown sugar. About a tablespoon of brown sugar. Put that in. A little bit of salt. Right? Now what we're going to do, we're going to put this on the stove. Now we have our green onion here. But I add that at the last minute because if you add it too early, it tends to wilt, right? So if you add it at the last minute and stir it through, you've got that vibrant colour of the green onion. So we've got all our ingredients now. We just stir it around like this, and we're going to chuck it on the stove. Now, probably about just on a low heat on the stove for around about an hour. You can leave it for 2 hours. And here we go, I'll show you that there. Look at that. Leave it on the stove for at least an hour, but the longer you leave it, the more the flavour goes through. Right? So I'm going to chuck this on the top of the stove now and let it simmer away. And then, just before I serve it, I'll add the green onion. And the most important thing is the way you dish it up. Right? And the way I serve it is a little bit different than a lot of people do. But that's yet to come. So let's get this baby on the stove and I'll talk to you in about an hour's time. Alright, so this has been simmering for about an hour, and as you can see the liquid has reduced a bit. Now what I do, I add my spring onions now and just stir them through. Now the reason I don't add them too early on in the piece is because otherwise they kind of wilt down and they lose their colour. But as you can see right now, they're nice and vibrant, ready to go. Now look, as I said, this dish is just beans. If you like, you can brown beef mince or chicken mince even and put that in. But you know what? It's one of those dishes where I really don't miss the meat if I just cook it with beans. Now I'm gonna take it over here and get it ready to serve, and you'll see how I dish it up, and it really is a good meal. Alright, so here it is. I've got the dinner served up, and as you can see I've got the chilli, I've got a dob of sour cream on the top with cheese. Now I've got some bread that I've torn up with some boiled rice and guacamole. Now with the guacamole is easy to make. All you have to do to make the guacamole, it's minced up avocado, you put some lemon juice in it to stop it going brown, salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic. And I'm telling you what, you get your bread and you dip it in the chilli and you dip it in the guacamole and stuff, and it is really good. Like I said, if you wanted to, you could add meat to this dish, but it is a fantastic dish without the mince. So yeah, that's Bigdaz's chilli. I hope you enjoy it, and who knows, I might make another video. So until next time, yeah, thanks for tuning in to Bigdaz. Catch you later.